Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I'm going to do something a little different. This is going to be a sort of an engine autopsy. What I've got here is a Tecumseh HH60 6 horsepower cast iron single cylinder engine. And these are generally a really good engine, cast iron engines that they made, but unfortunately this particular engine here has a pretty major internal failure. I'll show you. I don't know if you saw that or not. I'll bring it back up here and how much play there is in that without the piston moving. There is something really loose in the connecting rod. I don't know if it's the pin up at the piston or if it's the connecting rod journal itself, but something ain't happy in there. So tonight we're gonna figure out why it's doing this. We call that an adjustable rod. That's what we call that. Well, without further ado, set you guys up and get the oil drained out of it and then open her up. Well, it looks like before I attempt to drain the oil, do that. Oh, no, it was out of the breather. But this has got you see the base plate on there, and that's in our way of the drain plug. So we're gonna pop that off of there real quick. So that's too small. Finally. Boy, I'll tell you, stuff on this engine sure is rusty. This thing has not wanted to come apart very well at all. Regardless, now I can see about draining this oil. Oh, this drain plug didn't fight me too bad. Oh boy. Well, it's pretty watery. That might be because of me, though. This engine did sit exposed for a while, so the water in the oil might be partially due to me. If it didn't have this issue, I would have changed it before I tried starting it regardless. I would say nothing looks out of the ordinary about it. Doesn't look like there'd be any sort of internal failure. Well, that doesn't mean anything, because more often than not, they'll start making a racket and then they'll add more oil to it thinking it'll fix the problem. But by that point, the damage is already done. Alright, well, I do believe we've got enough oil out of it now that I can flip it over here. And I can get those bolts on the back of that rear cover plate off. Make sure you guys can see this. I don't think you can. There you go. No idea what these two bolts are for beside the crankshaft. I don't know why they're there, but they are. Okay. There we go. Not a dark coloration in there. She definitely went without some oil changes, huh? Look at that. I will say, it definitely lives up to its name of being the heavier duty version. Got that bearing there. The aluminum ones definitely don't have bearings on them. So that's kind of a neat feature. Oh boy. Let's see. Camshaft, did that pull out? I guess not. Unfortunately, that looks to be stuck in there by the bearing. It's okay. Let's rotate this thing and see what we can see. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. That is something. That is not what I expected to see in there at all. The connecting rod cap is in two pieces, and one half of it is barely bolted on, and that's why it has so much slop, because it's barely bolted on. It's just loose in there. That is crazy. I have never seen anything quite like that inside of an engine at all. Usually it's either all or nothing. They either completely fly apart or they don't. That is just crazy. I have never seen that before. Look at that. I am astounded. I've never seen anything like that happen. Alright, we gotta dig deeper into this. Pull that out of there, because I gotta get that off and show you guys that in the light. Oh, there's the camshaft. I've got to show you this again. I cannot make this stuff up. Look at that. Look at that. That's what on earth. Look at how is this thing still together? I don't understand. Wow. I mean, yeah, there's our crankshaft play without the piston moving for you. Holy smokes. Don't worry about that. There's something behind the flywheel lodging it up. Okay. Let's get that connecting rod out of there. These bolts are pretty much finger tight. Or less. There's one half of the connecting rod. Or connecting rod cap anyway. Ooh, this one's actually kind of tightened. Okay, not really. And there's the other half, the connecting rod cap. There's a piston filled with oil. Got that all over. Okay, so just notice this buildup on the side of the crankshaft there. Look at that. I don't know what that is. It's almost like rust. At the same time, it doesn't really look like rust. I'm gonna It's like oily. Weird. I'm not entirely sure what to think of this. It's kind of odd. I don't know if I'm going to tear any further into this. I don't really know if there's any point to tear any further into this. She's pretty much blowed up at this point. The crankshaft doesn't actually look too terrible. At least I don't think so. It could be bad and I just can't tell now. But, well, I don't know. It's really quite a shame, because this would have been a really nice engine. The cast iron the roller bearings and all that. But I guess it's gonna be a parts donor. I am curious as to what happened to the center chunk of connecting rod that is nowhere to be found. I don't see it anywhere. This is part of that rusty buildup. But yeah, there is no trace of that missing. Oh, wait. There it is. Can't really see it. It's hiding in the corner. I see it down there. Let me reach in there and see if I can have it. There we go. There's the missing piece. That's a really short oil dipper on that. But yeah, there's your 3-piece connecting rod cap, eh? Great design. Well, I guess that's gonna about do it for this one. And there you go. I figured out what was wrong with this thing. It has a 3-piece connecting rod cap. I definitely did not expect that at all. But that's an interesting failure. Certainly nothing I've ever seen before. And I mean, I don't know. It's something. Guess that's the end of the line for this engine. Well, if you like these old pieces of iron and want to see me save other ones than this one that isn't savable, leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. I've got a big project I'm working on. It's all in pieces on the workbench here right now. That's why I'm not actually on the workbench. That's why I'm on this little toolbox, so I don't show you guys what I've got in the background here. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I will see you in the next video.